My boyfriend just dropped this bombshell on me and I need some advice. I, female, 27, have been together with my boyfriend, male, 27, for 5 years now. We moved in together quite early in our relationship and everything was great until November of last year when we decided to get a cat. I had been wanting to have a cat for a long time, and in 2021 I asked him if we could get one. He told me he was not really a cat pet person in general and he didn't think it was a good idea since we both work full-time. It made sense at the time, so I accepted and never mentioned it again. Until August 2022, when he suggested we should get one, as he knew it would make me really happy. I was over the moon and we got our kitty in October 2022. In December 2022, we got a second kitty. Cats are very social animals and they are way happier if they are not alone. My boyfriend was not very sure about it, but I convinced him. I love them so much. Yes, they are a big responsibility and yes, they do a lot of work, but I don't care, they're 100% worth it. I am the one who takes care of them. My boyfriend does not need to do anything. He had to feed them a couple times since I was away for work, but that's it. A couple of months ago, we had a big fight. We have been having some trust issues. I caught him lying a couple times, hence my trust issues, and the situation was really tense between us. During this fight, he told me he did not feel comfortable anymore at home because of the cats. He told me they make him nervous when they run and play. They're kitties. It bothers him that we now have a cat tree and that there are cat toys laying around the house. You get it. During this fight, he also told me he wanted us to give the cats away. I stopped him and told him that I am not the kind of person who gets pets to give them away later. My family and I have always had pets, and our last dog was with us for 17 years until she passed away. I love pets, and I see them as a part of the family. Once they are there, they do not go anywhere. Since the day I got them, they became my responsibility, and I could never do that to them. I would never forgive myself. I told him we would find a solution and make it work. Again, I am the one who takes care of them. I clean the cat toilet twice a day and always vacuum and dust everything once I get home from work. I keep the house clean. But cats are cats. You cannot control them like a dog. Don't get me wrong, they are not bad-behaved cats. They are really cuddly and they follow me everywhere. But they are cats. The situation between us was still tense because of the trust issues, but I thought that we were on good terms regarding the cats. A month ago, we had another fight that had nothing to do with them, but he told me he could not live with them anymore, and they had to leave. He says he can't relax when he gets home from work because they are there. I reminded him that I would not give the cats away. I also remembered him. He was the one who suggested getting one, and I do not think he is being fair. He also knew how it was to live with cats. His parents had 3 when he lived with them. He told me he knew it was his idea and he regretted suggesting it. I thought it could not get any worse, but then it did. He said, "If I am being honest, I do not think I even want to have kids." I froze and asked if he was being serious. For me, it was clear that we were on the same page about kids. My fault, I guess. We had never had a serious conversation about it, but when we spoke about our future, I always mentioned kids and he never said he did not want any. He said it was not a 100% no to kids, but he could not imagine his life with kids right now. I told him I could not imagine my life with kids right now either. We are still young and are focusing on our careers, but that I am 100% sure that I want to have kids in the future. I have always known I wanted to become a mom. I told him I did not want to pressure him, but that I would really appreciate it if he could be honest with me and with himself, since this is kind of a deal breaker. I also told him I did not expect an answer very soon, since it is a life-changing decision, but in 1 year or 2 I would like to know for sure. We left it at that. Today we had another conversation, fight. As I mentioned, the situation is tense between us, but we have been trying to make it work. Today he told me once again that the cats have to leave. I said they are not going anywhere. He said he couldn't believe that they are more important to me than him. I told him it has nothing to do with it, but that they are not toys you can take or give away as you please. We went back and forth for a while. Then the topic of children came up again. This time he told me he is pretty sure he does not want to have any. Not now, not in the future. I didn't know what to say. He asked me if I was 100% sure I do want kids. I said yes. I asked him what he expected me to do now. Give the cats away and then not have any pets ever again and not have kids either? He said yes. He asked if he is not enough to make me happy. I told him he makes me really happy, but I have to be honest with him and with myself. And I know I would not be happy without kids. There was a lot of silence. He's gone with a friend now. I'm home thinking about everything we said. This is a deal breaker, right? I am starting to doubt myself. What if we go separate ways and I never meet anybody I want to have kids with? I do not know what to do, and I am really scared. Is this the end? 3 months ago, I was sure we would get married and have a family together. Last year, I was waiting for a proposal. I also live in a foreign country. I already lived here before we met. I didn't come here because of him. But it makes it a 1,000 times worse being away from my family and friends. I'm really sorry if my English is not perfect. It is my third language. I'm also really sorry because of how long this post is. I just needed to get it all out. Thank you so much if you find time enough to read it and give me your advice. Now, for a few comments before the update. Break up. You two don't want the same life at all. It's setting both of you up for a miserable future of resentment. And even if this guy tells you he wants kids, what happens the first second the baby won't stop crying or vomits? Same as the cats. It's a gross problem that's all your fault. Comment 2. My first impression is that this relationship is over. He's done. He's making unreasonable requests because he's too afraid to end the relationship himself. You take care of the cats, and now you take care of the breakup. Sorry. Comment 3. Aw, honey, you are younger than you realize as far as meeting someone else. You have time to meet several other people. Many good, kind men are out there who want a family and understand pets are not couch pillows you tire of and throw out. Onward. Now, for the update. And if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button. I still can't believe I'm writing this right now. Many of you asked what was the reason for the trust issues. I don't know if you read the comments, but I caught him lying about having drinks with a coworker we had already had fights about. He knew what my position was about this girl. This happened in December of last year, 2 days after my birthday. Yay. I forgave him and told him that if he wanted me to trust him, he needed to be 100% honest with me. I also asked him to keep their relationship 100% professional. I mean, I know they work together and will still have to have contact with each other. 2 months later, I saw he had received a pretty long message on his phone. Out of curiosity, I asked who it was. He said it didn't matter. I'm sorry. What? I asked him to show it to me and he didn't want to. I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, what is the problem? Yes, he was texting with her. He told me everything had to do with work. He also told me they just had kind of the same humor and just got each other. I guess there's nothing wrong with that, right? I told him once again that I didn't have a good feeling about this girl. I told him clearly what my boundaries were. He told me he understood. He didn't want to lose me and he loved me. I believed him once again. My mistake. So now we come to yesterday after our conversation. He told me he needed some fresh air and went out. He didn't come back for several hours and I thought he had gone to a birthday party with a friend. I thought this was kind of weird after such a conversation. Anyways, around 21 p.m., I got a text message from a mutual friend asking me if she and another friend could come over. I thought this was kind of weird. We always did things together in a group, with our partners and other friends, but never alone. I told her they could come. Once they arrived, I saw immediately there was something really wrong. I could tell they were really nervous and one of them was about to burst into tears. She told me she was really sorry, but she needed to tell me something. Turns out she was out with his BF and some friends when she saw my BW drinking a beer on a terrace. He was sitting at a table with a girl. She thought it was me and went to say hi. Once she got closer, she could tell it was not me. It was his coworker. They were holding hands. She knew about my issues with this girl. I had told her what happened. She went up to them and said, "Hello?" in a sarcastic way. He says their faces went white, but he quickly changed and asked if they wanted to join them as if there was nothing wrong with the fact they were together. She said no and left. Then she texted me. I just could not believe what I was hearing. I had been so sad the whole day, but now I was just feeling angry and disappointed. I didn't know what to do. I could not stay at home just waiting for him to come back. I also didn't think he thought this friend would come directly to tell me what she saw. The girls stayed with me and I told them what happened earlier in the day and how I could not believe that the first thing he did after that was go to her. I knew I needed to see them with my own eyes and make sure he knew I saw them. I knew approx where this girl lived, so I asked them if they would come with me on a drive, just to check it out. We arrived, and I kid you not. After 2 minutes of us being there, we saw them coming around the corner driving an electric scooter together. He was driving and she was hugging him from behind. They didn't see us. Once they parked, they started walking to a building where she lived. I saw him hugging her from behind and giving her a kiss on her cheek. I also saw him putting his arm around her shoulders while they were walking. Everything is on video since my friends started recording when they arrived. I ran up to them and told him what a complete idiot he is. His face, once he saw me, was again completely white. He asked what was going on. What do you freaking mean, what is going on? I told him I didn't want to see him ever again, and left. We were in the car about to leave as he came around the corner to talk to me. He told me once again he did not understand what was going on. I asked him what he was doing with her holding hands and kissing her on the cheek. All in all, his explanation was that he went to her looking for some advice regarding the kids topic. He said he did want to lose me and was trying to figure out what to do. He told me she was his only female friend he could trust. I told him that still did not explain why they would hold hands or why he would kiss her on the cheek. He said that was his way of thanking her. Are you kidding me? I am still in shock and can't believe that really happened. I am so happy my friends were there too and made a video because of course he has already tried denying what I saw. He came home, we argued about it, and he kept saying he just wanted to get some advice from a female friend. He said he was sorry about the kiss, but he denied putting his arm around her. I told him I have it on freaking video. He also kept saying he never kissed her on the mouth or had sex with her, so he hadn't done anything wrong nor crossed any boundaries. I told him there were many other things that were also crossing a boundary, and I reminded him how I had clearly told him before where my boundaries were. I really cannot believe he thinks he has not done anything wrong. He also said he cannot believe I was thinking about leaving because of some cats and some kids we don't even have. I'm completely heartbroken. I never thought he was this way. If I have been with him so long, it is because I really thought he was a good guy. He was always supportive, kind, attentive. He made me feel loved. And now, everything has turned into a nightmare. Comment 1. OP, you gotta leave. You really need to leave. What you are going through is not normal. People in loving relationships do not hold hands, embrace, or kiss other people. It's just that simple. Try to keep that in mind while he inevitably tries to explain this all away. You saw it with your own 2 eyes. You established a boundary and he completely ignored you and your feelings. That's not what your partner in life would do. You deserve a true partner. Comment 2. Chronic cheaters will say the most wild poop to excuse the things they do. My ex cheated on me with double digits of women. I was 21, in love and very naive, and the closest he'd ever get to owning his actions was saying he had disrespected me and our relationship, but it wasn't cheating. Which, what? Just completely untethered from reality. And what words mean? Anyway, you're better off without this garbage can of a man, but I'm really sorry this happened. It's awful. Comment 3. He is treating you like this because he wants you to break up with him so that he can finally pursue this coworker without any guilt. Your friends have him cheating on you on camera and he is trying to convince you that it isn't cheating, or at the very least breaking your boundaries just because they haven't had sex yet. He doesn't want cats, he doesn't want kids, and you have to face the fact that he doesn't want you anymore. He wants you to be hung up on him, as a backup option, a puppet on a string, while he goes off on dates with the person he actually wants. For your own sanity, please break up with him because you deserve much better than this. You deserve someone who wants you, wants to have kids with you, and who won't lie to your face. Don't stay with this loser just because you've been together for so long. You'll just end up wasting even more of your time. If you liked this video, you'll probably like these too. Also, while you're here, please consider subscribing. It's your support that keeps this channel alive and allows me to make better and longer videos. Have a great day.